Juliya Chernetsky here with FanPass.tv with my very good friends from Lacuna Coil. I'm so happy to see you guys. So you just came from South America and Mexico. What was that like? Was it a sexy time or a crazy time?
Brazil. It was crazy time and sexy time too. Because the shows were awesome. We did Monterrey and Mexico City, Mexico, and then we did Curitiba, Sao Paulo, and Rio, and we got a day off in Rio de Janeiro, Copacabana Beach. 2 days off, 1.5. But it was amazing, amazing.
So the audiences down there really, really love metal. Like, I mean, I know Europe loves metal, and America's kind of jaded, in my opinion. Everybody's spoiled here. But like in South America, because I went down there for Sepultura years ago, and people were like insane.
They're really insane. There's like a huge amount of energy, craziness. They're like
they can't get old. It never gets old over there.
In some of the shows, you don't even hear your voice while you're singing because they are singing so loud. But it's awesome for artists. From the artist's point of view, it's great.
We had some people waiting for us 2 days after the show in front of the hotel. Even 2 days after, we're still in front of the hotel.
And it's not even creepy. They're just that passionate. They're not weird. It's more of like, oh my God, this is so exciting.
They really take it as a one-time possibility to meet the band.
Well, it makes their life over there, you know, like. So we just saw each other at Rockville. You went on stage with Rob Zombie. You were so not into it, and you did a great job.
Unexpected.
So, you know, you guys have been around for so long. Obviously, your name carries a lot of weight, but I think, like, watching you go out there, like, you still obviously are super excited to have the opportunity to work with these amazing artists. What are some of your favorite artists that you've worked with that you were like, oh my God, we're on tour with blah, blah, blah? Like, who have been your biggest?
The first name that comes to my mind is definitely Typo Negative. They've been a huge influence in our music.
Of course.
Like years ago when we heard that we were going on tour with them, we flipped out. And it was such a great tour. We're still in touch with the guys. We just saw Johnny backstage in the VIP area. And I mean, we still miss Peter as hell. But there are a lot of bands that we really enjoyed to tour with. Rob is one of them. So many. We always had a great time on tour.
Ozzfest 2004 was the first time we realized we were moving to a different league of bands, you know. So to be there with like Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, hanging out with Bill Ward every day, coming to check out our drum kit.
Mind blowing,
it was something.
Yeah, it's weird.
You know, for a little band coming from Milan, Italy, it was like a dream come true for real. You know?
And I think it's still important to still be a fan, whether if you're a musician. I mean, I'm always tripping out.
That's what drives the passion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise,
that's
why, you're just recreating
that's why
the
the Rob
same
Zombie
shit.
thing. I was like,
I saw it was so real. It made me feel so happy.
We went on stage with him before, but it's still intimidating because I have so much respect for him as an artist performing that it was almost dirty for me to go there. We're just like, oh my God, the stage is so holy that I don't want to go there. You know?
That's hilarious.
But it's great. I like that.
For the type of music that you guys do, you know, for the type of music that Typo Negatives did, or these kind of, I feel like there isn't really anybody else doing that anymore. Like, who is there out there that's kind of representing, like, waving that flag, kind of like the dark rock?
I think there are bands, but they're more in the underground. Not many have been able to still make it to the surface, you know. So I think Haas, maybe him, maybe it's a bit more.
It's different.
It's not exactly
it's more
as dark.
poppy. Yeah, like there's like a dark and heavy and romantic all at the same time. I don't really know anybody else that still does what you guys do. Like, I think you're so unique still and so relevant, and like I love seeing you guys play. It's really exciting. You guys just dropped a new album. Tell me about the recording process. You worked with some interesting people.
We are very, very proud of it. It's called Broken Crown Halo. And it took a while to do it, and we cannot really tell you how much time it took because the music was written in about a year because our bass player, Marco, who was the songwriter of the music, was forced to stay home because he had an injury on his arm. So he wrote a lot of stuff for Broken Crown Halo, but we were on tour to promote Dark Adrenaline, our previous record. So when we came back home, we focused, like from July last year, Andrea and I went to his studio at home every day, pretty much every day. And in like 2-3 months, we completed all the vocals, the vocal lines, the lyrics. We wrote some of the lyrics in the studio during the recording. Some of them have been finished like the day before we had to record them. So it was like...
Where do you feel you work best? Do you feel you work best like on the road or like when the pressure's on? Like,
I personally work better on the road because I feel so stressed during the recording process because you want everything to be perfect. So you want to sing in the best way. And you're always afraid, what if I'm going to be sick? What if I'm going to be tired?
Of course.
You always want to have the best performance.
I think the writing process and the performance live is the best, most fun part. You know, when you hear the demos and
you just
can,
go.
yeah, just
Yeah,
go. You
you
can
just
try
go.
stuff, and then when you have to fix it on the studio, in the studio, it's more about the pressure of the deadline and the being good enough to do it. You know.
Now, you guys, you know, as the last thing I want to say, you guys have been around for a while. You've toured with some of the greatest bands. You are now considered legends yourself in our world. What is there that you haven't done yet that you're still like, just this one more thing?
We definitely would love to write music specifically for a soundtrack of a movie because we're
you're gonna do
very
a
much
score.
into movies. We're very inspired by soundtracks.
What kind of films are you guys into?
Our music is cinematic too because you
Yes,
can apply.
very.
You know,
I
there are a
would,
lot of
I'd say
arrangements.
some dark movies, of
Dark
course.
movies,
shocking.
action
Yeah,
movies.
You would never
crazy, it's
say.
crazy.
Or like special effects, like action movies, or horror movies would be great in this vibe.
You guys should get in touch with Trent Reznor and you guys could do a score
That
together.
would be awesome.
I'm just saying.
Trent Reznor or like Jonathan Davis, we really like his style too. Like all this.
Jonathan does a lot of score stuff.
Yes, and he does like dark stuff that we like. So we
Guys,
like porn too. So
I absolutely adore you. I'm sure you know this. I'm so proud of you guys as a band. Like, I've been listening since I was like 19 years old, and you guys just like came and it became a big deal in the States. And I'm so proud that you guys are still rocking and putting out amazing material. From my heart, I really, really adore Lacuna Coil. Thank you so much for the
Thank you very
beautiful
much.
music that you give us.
thank you
Thank
for
you,
checking
guys.
us out.
Rock on, guys.